What's up, guys? Today I am going to take you through a super quick tutorial on 7 ways to make bodyweight exercises more challenging or make them harder. A lot of times, people are doing bodyweight workouts and they reach a certain point where all they're doing, are endless squats and push-ups and sit-ups, and they think, yeah, well, that's it. Really, you can make bodyweight exercises as challenging as you need them to be. All you have to do are change certain variables. So we'll get straight into it. So the first thing that you might want to change are the limbs involved in a movement. So first thing would be just changing it to a single limb exercise. So say instead of doing a squat, just a traditional two-legged squat, you might do a single leg squat or a step up, or maybe a lunge. Changing that up, it's as simple as using one limb for your entire body weight, so it makes the movement a lot harder. The second method would be tempo. So tempo is the pace at which you're performing the movement. So instead of just doing, like say if you're doing a push-up and you're just repping it out, you might go down really slow and then you might come back up really slow. So you might take 3 seconds on the way and coming back down, and then 3 seconds on the way back up. And you could do this for pretty much any movement. You could do it for a squat, you could do it for a pull-up. Again, there's different ways you can implement that. The idea is that you're slowing down the movement, so you're forcing the muscle to contract more, and making that movement a lot more challenging. The third method would be isometrics / pause reps. Pretty similar to tempo, except this time we're just pausing the movement. An isometric movement is basically where you're holding a position. So say, during a pull-up, you might just hold the top position and hold that position there, making sure that you're retracting the shoulder blades, squeezing, forcing your muscles to contract, and hold that weight at the hardest part of the movement. But it's something to implement, definitely a way to make an exercise more challenging. The next one, number 4, would be pulsating reps. So these are basically like a rep and a half. Think of 1.5 reps. So like in the video that I'm showing you, you'll see me go down halfway into that split squat, come back up halfway, go back down all the way, come back up. Again, it's basically a rep and a half. That makes it a lot harder because you're keeping tension on that muscle. The next one, now we're getting a little bit more creative here. Next one would be leverages. So leverages, basically all you're doing is changing pretty much the center of gravity, changing how your body is placed, and it changes the movement immensely. So say in a push-up, I might lean forward on my hands, so that way my hands are closer to my hips versus right beneath my shoulders. That's going to change the center of gravity. It's going to put me at a disadvantage, which makes the movement a lot harder. The next one would be instability. So instability, we might be using gymnastics rings, we might be using, different tools that will create an unstable surface. So in some of these clips, you'll notice I'm doing push-ups on rings. That's going to make the exercise a lot harder because now there's an unstable surface. I have to stabilize my shoulders. Or I might be doing squats on like a Bosu ball or a half Bosu ball. For high rep work, that's going to, again, create a lot more instability, causes me to work more, causes my legs to work more during that movement. The last one, at least number 7, would be plyometrics. Plyometrics are the last one because that's one that most people probably aren't going to use until they're more advanced. You probably want to make sure you're pretty good at the rest of the stuff. Plyometrics can lead to injury if you're doing them improperly because they involve explosive movements. Plyometrics are one of the best ways to develop strength and explosive power, but you have to make sure you're doing it correctly. So plyometrics would involve squat jumps, split squat jumps. They would involve plyo push-ups, things that involve explosive effort and usually lead you to getting some air off the floor. Again, that one is probably saved for last just because, a lot of people will have joint issues or mechanical issues. So we save that one for last. Make sure you got everything else down before you try them out. There's also a bonus one, if you wanted an extra challenge for those of you that are even more advanced. The bonus would just be to combine methods. So maybe you combine a plyometric movement with a pulsating rep, and you change the tempo up as well. So maybe you're doing a push-up where you slow down the movement, pulse halfway, come back up and explode off the ground, thus combining all three movements. Well, there you have it, guys. 7 different methods plus that bonus method on ways to progress body weight exercises. Hopefully it helps. Use them in your workouts, see if they don't help you, and we'll see you next time.